Hello, art class. So, welcome to a new day in art. We are going to be talking all about how to paint Van Gogh's Starry Night. All right, and we're going to be using two different things we've already learned in class. So, all about tints, tones, and shades, okay, and also about paintbrushes. We have two new ones we're going to be discussing right now. It is flat brush and round brush. We're going to be using them both in this tutorial. So let's hop on over. Okay, very first thing you need for any art project is your colors. So we have 7 colors we're going to be using today. All right, and if you have this at home, go ahead and give it a try. But you get your color on your little plate, get your flat brush, that's the first brush that you're going to be using, and start painting your background yellow. Alright, that is the actual first step for this tutorial. You could do it a lot of different ways. You have a bunch of different Van Gogh Starry Night tutorials out there, but for this one, we're going to be painting our background 3/4 of the way down with yellow. Okay, and then afterwards, we're going to take a round brush. This is where it gets fun. We're going to go start painting the stars and the sun in the background, or the moon actually, in here. But it's still yellow, so we're going to start off with this corner right here. And the very first step is to get that huge quarter circle. And I'm going to do it by using Van Gogh's method, by just using small dotted lines. Okay, they could be a little longer like this, but basically you want to make them with small lines, just like we've talked about in class already. So using these lines, you're going to go ahead and create this kind of a quarter of a, or 1/4 of a circle. All right, and you can have 3, 4 rows, 5 rows, but just create these small lines. You could leave some spaces, right? But just make sure they're nice and short, right? So you shouldn't be having one big line going across. You should have nice and short lines. So that's the first shape that we're doing, the moon, right? Afterwards, right next to it, we're gonna get a little tiny star, all right? So it's kind of touching on the top, not full circle. It's just right next to that first star, a sun that we made, or moon. I keep saying sun, all right? And then we got another little guy in the corner, and then one last one right in between the second and the third, all right? So one just right in between, kind of circling on the side. And that is the very first step, okay? So we are getting the moon, the 3 stars on the top, and then very next step after that is getting that big swirl, okay? So your swirl should be coming in right under, around this 2 stars you put in the corner, and it's gonna make a nice beautiful swirl. Okay, and we're all doing this with the darkest blue that we have, which is this shade of blue, right? That darkest shade of blue that we know how to make now, right? So that's the first swirl, and then we're gonna go in and make that second swirl. Make that second swirl right here, and add that star in the corner if you want to as well. Since we have a little space, we're gonna also create another circle in the middle. All right, it's gonna be our final stars. We should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars, a moon, and 2 swirls right here. Great job, class. All right, that is just the very first step of our Starry Night tutorial. So once you get this done, you can move on to the different tones, tints, and shades of blue and get a result that looks close to this by the end of this week. I'm going to show you right here. Something like that. That's just the background that we're trying to get done. Alright, you can see the many layers of lines and everything like that. Alright, hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'll see you next time. Bye.